So previous settings, we act as a laser and try to kill this Jedi, right? And then the Jedi start running, like I think it's code 66, something like that. And so the Jedi start running, and the goal of this scene is that the Jedi runs to a certain spot, so he successfully escaped the assassin, right? So what I'm going to do is to place a new game object, say maybe a sprite, so maybe a triangle, and this will act as our finish line. And once the Jedi got this place, I think I need to get this back up. Once the Jedi got to this place and this wing, so it's maybe 100. Yeah, sorry for the scaling. I just yeah, get this pretty big settings. So say once the Jedi jump to this place, and yeah, the game is finished and you successfully passed this level. Alright, so how to do that? Pretty simple. I'm going to add a logic script, I think maybe here. Finish of this level, so finish or escape. Escape, right? Escape, maybe line or something like that. Escape route, escape exit, something like that. Let me just leave it escape. So double click it. Let's go to Rider and write something. Okay. So what I'm going to do is basically we use what we have learned, which is the on trigger enter, which is set it as a trigger, and once the player enter that places, and we're going to say, hey, everything is fine, and you have escaped the assassination of a clone. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is to, yeah, I think maybe escape. Why this escape? Don't match the rule, time space, and then just escape. Yeah, they want me to capitalize it, so I might as well capitalize it. And don't forget, if you change the escape here, you need to go back to Unity and change this escape here, because the two names need to be the exact same. So I'm going to just rename it and escape, right? And go back to Rider. Then I think we don't need to start an update. We just need to have a on trigger enter certain collider, right? And of course, for now we don't need yeah, we sort of don't need private. Adding every time you see private, you just delete it. And on trigger enter. Sorry, it's not on trigger enter, but I think it's on trigger enter 2D. On trigger enter 2D. Sorry, it's this one. You don't need to be private, and yeah, throw a new exception. No, not throw that. But let's just quickly remember, this con can be anything. Okay, so let me just get your default one, right? Get this on trigger enter, private on trigger enter 2D, escape, right? This one, not implemented exception. Yeah, this con can be anything, right? It can be say A2 ABC, something like that, and you can do that. This is just a placeholder. Don't forget about it. It don't necessarily have to be a certain thing. It can be anything. Okay, just a placeholder. Just the thing that you bump into. Okay, so yeah, let me just collide. Let me use the collide, and then inside of it, we want to get the tag equals player. Then we going to print you win. Yeah, this pretty much is the code I want to write, but I want to say you escape. That's the power of artificial intelligence, right? So if you got a player tag, then you escape. So if your player collide with that, then you escape. So let's get the we need to get a dynamic sprite, add a tag, say it's a player. Yeah, we just assign as a player, and of course we got the escape control here, and we can click and drag and drop to the triangle. So the triangle will have this escape script, and then let's try this out. We need to add a collider, box collider 2D, and it will be set as a trigger to trigger that sort of code to be a text to be printed on the on our console. And I don't want to go back. Ooh, this game is pretty difficult, I think. Yeah, and I need to go up. Yeah, we need to go up, and yeah, good. But yeah, if you look at console, you escape. That yeah. Basically, we got that working. Pretty simple. You escaped. Okay, so every time when the Jedi hit that certain object, then you print that you escaped. And if you see my previous video, you will remember that we got a sort of a dark field, right? Dark field can supercharge, boost our laser, and make it can have a power to kill Jedi. So Jedi can't hit the dark field, right? So what I'm going to do is to create a 2D object and a dark field, and let our Jedi have to escape this certain field. So if sort of enter that field, the Jedi will just become just join the dark side, and the whole escape will be over, because the Jedi is no longer Jedi, it's just sort of a dark force, right? So what I'm going to do is to get a sinister square here, maybe 50, get it much bigger, maybe 50 and 50. This is called dark field. Maybe make it a little bit longer. Right, this is called dark field. Getting pretty dark, as the name suggests. Right, so this is the thing that you cannot touch. Once you touch it, right, and then pretty much finish the escape. So I'm going to add the box collider and is trigger ticket, and of course you can get a rigid body as well, but I think the field did not have a substantial body, so let me just leave it. Right, let me just leave it, and then I'm going to rename this as a dark field. Okay, dark field, and let me write the logic for it. So inside of the script line, I can create a new C# script. Let's name it creatively as a dark field detector, or just whether there are dark field or not. Let's just leave it dark field, okay? Or enter dark field. So it is sort of just a script that we attach to our Jedi. Let me dynamic sprite. Let me change the name to Jedi layer. Right, and this would be Jedi body and Jedi lightsaber. Jedi. Yeah, we sort of need to get rid of this Jedi, I think. I can just move it to the Jedi and just get rid of this one, okay? Because they got nothing attached to it, so I can I think I can safely delete it, and yeah, everything will just work exact the same as before. Right, this Jedi around. I'd like to bump into that finish line. Boom, boom. Whoa, supersonic. Yeah, it's a little bit hard to control it. I think maybe I need to, yeah. and then start. Yeah, I already know how to play this game. I need to slow it down, because if I swore too much, it will just... Yeah, good. Yeah, I wanted to just put it back. Yeah, I'm terrible at this game. So, yeah, let's just write this dark field. So what I'm going to do is to use the same method on trigger, enter, and on trigger enter 2D, trigger enter 2D, Unity. Yeah, let me just use this one. And controller, collide, if it's a player, you died. Yeah, pretty much the same. And I'm going to add a void, collide game object, player. Sorry, yeah, let's continue. And collide game player. If collide text player, you died. If collide with the... Yeah, I don't want that. I don't want that. Maybe I'm going to get a dark field. I think that's much better, because when you bump into the dark field or enter into a dark field, then you died. Okay? Yeah. Or you're no longer a Jedi. Okay? You're no longer used to force to do good, but for your personal gain. Yeah, of course. And yeah, I think that's pretty good. So I'm going to copy this tag and go to Unity, and I'm going to make this dark field a tag. Untag right now. Let me just add a tag in list empty, add in the list, dark field, save it, and yeah, tag 0. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And we can just dark field, choose it, and then let's just got the script attached dark field, right? Attached to Jedi player. Then you can watch here. You can get dark field script attached to Jedi, and if you run that, let's enter that. Dark field. Alright, you died. Yeah, I just saw that. You died. You died, and then let's move it. Say you escaped. Yeah, you haven't escaped. Just drop. Okay, so yeah, we pretty much finished 2 functionality. One is hit at certain places and you escape, you finish this level, or finish a certain task, and then if you hit something, then you died. Okay.